You keep saying one day, but one day has been repeating for years. Not loudly, not in a way that scares you, just quietly in the background of your life. I'll start next week. I'll try next month. I'll figure it out later. And somehow, later never comes. Because it doesn't feel urgent. Nothing feels broken. Nothing feels wrong enough to force you to change. So you wait. And while you're waiting, everything else keeps moving. People move forward. Opportunities pass. Time doesn't pause just because you did. Here's the part you don't want to think about. You didn't need a perfect plan. You didn't need more motivation. You didn't need the right time. You needed 40 weeks. That's it. 40 weeks. Around 280 days. Not extreme. Not impossible. Just small effort, repeated long enough to matter. If you had started 40 weeks ago, you would be different right now. Maybe not perfect. Maybe not where you dreamed. But not here. Not stuck in the same place, with the same thoughts, repeating the same cycle. Think about it. 40 weeks of learning something new. 40 weeks of showing up, even when you didn't feel like it. 40 weeks of doing the uncomfortable things you keep avoiding. That version of you exists. You just never gave it enough time to show up. Instead, you kept choosing what feels easy now. Delay. Comfort. Distraction. Not because you're lazy, but because it doesn't feel dangerous. Waiting feels safe. Until one day, it isn't. Because one day, you look around, and things are different. Not suddenly, but enough to make you realize you've been left behind by your own decisions. And the hardest part? It wasn't one big mistake. It was hundreds of small ones. Small delays, small excuses, small choices that felt harmless at the time. That's how time really disappears. Not all at once, but piece by piece, while you tell yourself you still have plenty of it. And maybe you do. Maybe you still have time, but not as much as you think. Because 40 weeks will pass anyway, whether you use them or not. The difference is simple. At the end of those 40 weeks, you either become someone new or you meet the same version of yourself again. Same habits, same mindset, same life. So the real question isn't, do you have time? You do. The real question is, what are you going to do with the next 40 weeks?